There is a kind of exhaustion you cannot sleep away, a heaviness behind the eyes, a restlessness in the mind, a feeling that your thoughts have become louder than your actual life. We call it being stressed, burnt out, overwhelmed. But the truth is simpler. Your mind was not built for the world you're living in. Your brain evolved for stillness, slowness, survival. But today, you live inside a storm of noise. Notifications, opinions, feeds, news, comparison, content, messages, pressure, and endless choice. The ancient Stoics never saw a smartphone, but they understood the overstimulated mind better than anyone alive today. They lived in a world of chaos, war, distraction, and drama. Yet they learned to stay calm, clear, rational, and deeply grounded. Their teachings may be the single greatest antidote to the way we live now. And today, we return to those teachings. You do not suffer from a lack of intelligence. You suffer from too much information. Your mind is constantly consuming, but never digesting. The Stoics warned us, cluttered input creates a cluttered soul. Seneca observed in his time what we feel in ours. It is not that life is short, but that we waste much of it. Today, we waste it faster. We waste it by scrolling, by reacting, by comparing, by consuming more than we can process. You wake up overwhelmed, not because of your life, but because of your inputs. And the Stoics understood, if you want a calm mind, you must control what you allow to enter it. Modern people think wealth is money. Stoics believed wealth is attention, because whatever controls your attention controls your life. Think of it. Your relationships depend on attention. Your mental health depends on attention. Your happiness, your clarity, your purpose, all depend on attention. But in the modern world, your attention is under attack. Every device, app, platform, corporation, brand, and creator is competing for it. Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Whatever you continually consume shapes your identity. If you wander aimlessly through your feed, your mind becomes as fragmented as your scroll. The Stoics teach, if you want a strong mind, you must become a guardian of your attention. Stoicism is not emotionless philosophy. It is clarity under pressure. Marcus Aurelius wrote during war and plague, with responsibilities that would crush most people. Yet he remained calm. Why? Because he understood a principle we've forgotten. You cannot think clearly from inside a storm. The modern storm is digital, emotional, social, mental. Your mind is overstimulated to the point where silence feels uncomfortable, and boredom feels like withdrawal. We live with fragmented focus, shallow thinking, emotional reactivity, compulsive scrolling, dopamine addiction, mental fog. But the Stoics understood something neuroscience is only now proving. Calm is clarity. Clarity is strength. Strength is peace. Your mind must be quiet to see the truth. Stoics practiced what we'd call today mental detox. Epictetus said, if you wish to improve, be content to appear foolish for a little while. Meaning, step away from the noise long enough to hear your own thoughts again. Their practices included daily negative visualization to reduce anxiety and strengthen perspective, journaling to clear the mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote every morning to empty mental clutter and anchor his thoughts. Silence and solitude, not as punishment, as a return to self. Limiting trivial input. Not every problem deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. The Stoics intentionally created an environment for clarity. You must do the same. The most powerful Stoic teaching may also be the simplest. There are things you can control and things you cannot. Your suffering comes from confusing the two. But in the modern world, Our minds are filled with things we can't control. News, world events, other people's opinions, online drama, trends, comparison, strangers' success, strangers' failures, strangers' lives. Seneca warned, "You are harmed not by what happens, but by your opinion of it." And he warned again, "Nothing is worth losing your peace over." To regain clarity, you must withdraw your attention from everything that is not yours to carry. Imagine the relief if you stopped engaging with every argument, every trend, every notification, every crisis, every opinion. You would finally have space to think. The ancient Stoics practiced discipline over desire. Today, the greatest desire is stimulation. Our discipline must be digital restraint, intentional silence, mindful consumption, periods of disconnection, not to escape the world, but to reclaim ourselves. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Today, no mind is free if it is not master of its attention. A digital detox is not a trend. It is modern Stoicism. People today believe they have an overthinking problem. The Stoics would disagree. You don't have an overthinking problem. You have an over-input problem. Your mind is not producing fear. It is reacting to noise. Marcus Aurelius said, "Your thoughts become your world. Choose them wisely." You cannot choose your thoughts if you are drowning in stimuli. To think clearly, you must remove the excess. Clarity is the natural state of the mind when it is not overwhelmed. Here is the modern Stoic clarity practice, built for overstimulated brains. 1. Create silence every morning. Sit without distraction. Breathe. Let the noise settle. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. 2. Reduce useless input. Ask yourself, does this help me live better? If not, drop it. Your mind is not a trash can for every piece of information in the world. 3. Practice the one thing rule. Stoics believed in singular focus. Do one task, one thought, one intention. Multitasking is chaos. Single tasking is clarity. 4. Write down your thoughts. Journaling is how Marcus Aurelius kept his mind clean and sharp. Writing removes mental fog. 5. Choose responses, not reactions. A clear mind responds. A cluttered mind reacts. The more you slow down, the more power you gain. 6. Identify what you cannot control. Release it immediately. Your mind was not made to hold the entire world. 7. Spend time in nature, even a few minutes. The Stoics observed nature constantly. Nature resets the nervous system faster than anything created by humans. The world is getting louder, busier, faster, more demanding. But the rarest person will be the one who is calm, not checked out, not numb, not detached. Calm because they have clarity. Calm because they know what matters. Calm because their mind is disciplined. Calm because they are not owned by stimulation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are disturbed, it is not events that trouble you, but your judgment about them." Stoicism teaches mastery over judgment, mastery over reaction, mastery over attention. And with that mastery, nothing outside you can control you. This is the future of mental strength. Take a breath. Your mind is tired not because it is weak, but because it is overstimulated. You do not need more productivity. You do not need more motivation. You do not need more noise. You need less. Less input, less stimulation, less chaos, less reaction, less confusion. You need space, stillness, clarity, presence, breath, depth. You need to return to yourself. Stoicism is not ancient philosophy. It is the psychology the modern world forgot, and it is your path to clarity, strength, and peace in a world drowning in noise.